What is up, guys? Just before the video starts, I want to say thank you for coming to the video. Like and subscribe if you find any value, throughout the video, and if you do, turn on bell notifications. Now, this is an amazing, lot of value in this collab that I'm about to show you guys in the next clip that I did with Snack God. If you don't know who Snack God is, he's like a really big YouTuber who posts videos on how to sell at school and things like that. And so we decided we wanted to make a video, explaining why selling candy is just more than selling candy. It's about the financial literacy, and that's being smart with your money. It's about making the next step, maybe transitioning your money to somewhere else. It's a lot more things that go into it on this entrepreneurship journey that's more than candy, and candy is just the first step, but you can take it so many different routes, and so many billionaires and millionaires started out selling at such a young age. So by you being on here on this video, and by you actually watching and gaining all this value, you are therefore transforming your life if you execute the steps. Now, I'm gonna throw it up right here. I have a free private group just for candy sellers, right? And in this free private group, there's a lot of value going on. People are telling what they sell, what products work is best for them. They're solving each other's problems. They're posting their daily sales and their results. And it's really a community of like-minded sellers who's able to come together, because I know sometimes on this entrepreneurship journey, we all feel alone. And this is a community where you don't have to feel alone. You can connect with similar-minded other candy sellers. And if you guys want to be a part of that group, it's really so powerful. It's really a lot that you can take from this. It just being in an environment where you feel like you can be around people who understand you and are on the same journey as you is something that's very valuable that I find. And the people in this group chat, private candy sellers only group chat, have found too. And it's the only group chat like this. There is no other group chat for candy sellers. Now, at the end of this video, there's a link. Make sure you guys follow me at Candy King on Instagram. Now, also, another thing is this. Me and Snack God are creating another group chat, but this group chat isn't for candy sellers who only sell candy. This group chat is for anyone who wants to improve their financial literacy, okay? This group chat is for anyone who wants to really, go to the next level with their finances. And, it's more than just selling candy. I was saying, if you're really on this entrepreneurship journey and you want to take that next move and take that next level, come join the group chat with us. All right, enjoy it.
What's up, man? I'm glad to finally be going live.
Yeah, bro, it's been a while. I was waiting, but I have some time now.
Yeah, so tell me, what did you think of the latest video? What did you think of it?
Your latest video that I watched earlier today, I thought it was very valuable information that anyone can learn from, especially people in school, because they don't get the spotlight that it deserves. The stuff you're teaching doesn't get covered in every day. They can't take a class for that, which teaches them the knowledge that you want to share.
Yeah, so what's one of the reasons you started selling candy? What got you into it?
So one of the main reasons was because I didn't have any money and I wanted to change it. And I knew that to start out, I would have to do something that people usually don't do. So I took the risk and I went to buy something and try to make money out of it.
Yeah, how much did you end up spending? What was your first investment, I guess? How much did you have to spend at first?
I had $10. $10? What about you?
Well, me, I actually didn't spend any money. I know, kind of crazy. But my mom, she's been, I know I'm really thankful for this, but my mom's been very supportive of me. And so she fronted me the money and then I just paid her back with the money I made. It was I think $2, a box of 34 packs of Skittles, varieties. And I was like, Mom, I think I can sell that. She was like, you think you can? So she bought it and she was like, just pay me back with the money you make from it. Paid her back and then grew that money. So what have you turned? Yeah, what have you turned that $10 into? If you could say,
we turned it into thousands of dollars.
Thousands, all right.
Yeah.
So most people don't know how to do that, right? That's crazy. Most people, they spend that $10 and it never comes back to them, right? And so, do you watch Shark Tank?
I have, but not recently.
All right, but you know the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Kevin O'Leary, the Mr. Wonderful guy, the bald-headed white guy, he was you see money like my children. At the end of the day, I wanted to come home. And I was like, most people should view their money like that, you know what I'm saying? You should want your child, you should want the dollar bill to come back to you. and that, like that, it just blows my mind. So, what's after candy? What's after candy for the snack god? Is it still candy? Like, what's going on?
What's after candy? Well, that will be a surprise in the future. But just know it will move. It will move away from candy, and it's not going to be snack god forever.
All right.
Definitely. Just know that we have big plans coming. If you're watching my channel and you're from my channel, there's going to be some surprises along the way.
Oh snap! You got some big surprises coming up, huh?
Yeah. What about you? What's the next step of life for you?
Next step, hopefully something online, e-commerce, drop shipping, or trading. Just depends. That's what I'm really trying to move my money into. Just like trying to accumulate as many assets as possible. Because the crazy thing is, like, you're screwed once you hit 18, and I'm like a senior. And like once they, like, think about it, you got them customers, right? Bro, can I pay you back tomorrow? And let's be honest, you know they're not gonna pay you back, right? And those
it's usually at least a while before they pay you back.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, like, those customers right there, once they get their hands on a credit card, I'm telling you, their life is gonna be messed up forever.
Yeah,
because like
I feel like once you finish high school and you drop you off at the senior year, you're alone. You don't have anyone to help you but yourself. You know, you gotta make sure things are structured well. Like, I like the analogy you use with the table. You'd rather eat off a table with 4 legs than with one.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, like, a lot of people, it's like, I don't know, I've always felt out of place a little bit, just at school in general, because, like, when you're an entrepreneur, people don't think the same as you. You know, like, they don't have the same mindset. We see things differently. It's like we're always trying to think, like, we see something, I wonder how much I could sell that for. You know, it's like we always go back to money. And the crazy thing, when you're in high school, not everybody's thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
It's really, like, sometimes I see my friends talking, or the teacher informing the class about something about, you know, going to college, how it's going to make you more money. Like, I want to share them the information, but it's not worth my time to tell them because they're on the same page. It's hard to get everyone on the same page.
Yeah, like today is crazy. My teacher literally said, how many of you are going to college, right? Everyone in the class raised their hand. She looked at me. I think something happened. She looked at me and she was like, oh, so you're not going to college? I was like, I don't know. I don't think I need college, right? And then it was like a whole debate. And like the crazy thing is, like, it at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I say, because I'm not trying to convince the teacher. I'm trying to convince the kids in the class, because those are the kids going college. But the thing is, like, even if you do convince them, most 99% of them won't make it because they simply don't have the mindset. And that's the biggest difference between anything else. It's like the mindset. So, like, that's like right now I'm reading this book, right? Think and Grow Rich. Like, I'm almost halfway.
I need to get some books too.
Man, I'm telling you, you gotta read. It's like, if you don't have enough money to pay someone like thousands of dollars to mentor you, this is the best way, right?
Exactly.
And then, like, also pick up this book too. It's really good. Robert Cialdini. And basically, like, we use these principles every day when we're selling candy. Social proof. Think about how many times you get a big crowd.
So one thing I tell a lot of people is that your salary, that whoever you work for in the future, if you do go to college, it's like your bribe to give up on your dreams, to give up on what you really want to do. They pay you salary to salary and be like, if I keep paying you this amount, you're going to follow and work for me, and you're not going to be able to follow your own path.
Yeah, that's exactly what Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know if you heard of him or not, but
for sure, that's a very popular book.
Yeah, I picked up his book in freshman year, and it completely changed my life. And he's always like, once you get that first paycheck, you know, now you're a slave to it. And that's the crazy thing. Like, once we leave high school, we are now a slave to the salary, right? And then we're also a slave to the student loans, like 1.3 trillion in debt and student.
That's a fact. That's a fact in America, and you can't change that fact because it's what they want everyone to go into.
Yeah, and I was like, even my teacher during the debate, she was like, the fact is, most of you are going to have to get a job you don't like. I'm like, okay, so she's telling us about her life, and you're going to have to, you know, work in a cubicle that you hate. And that's just the way life is. You just got to get used to it. I'm like, now I see why you're here, right? I'm just like, you can't learn.
Yeah. See, like, that's that mindset. They weren't opening up to other options. They didn't know the literacy.
Yeah, and I'm like that's why I say, if you spend your money on things that always take money out of your pocket, you'll never be ahead. It's like plus one, minus one, and I covered that in like another video too. But yeah, it's like the school is literally screwing us over, and like
So
I don't care.
I want to talk a little more about earlier.
Yeah.
Remember when you said like you want to see your money come home just like your kids, right? A lot of people they go to school and they realize that they always hang out with friends. Every time they go out, that money can be invested or returned into something that will make you more money, like liability and asset. You feel me? So what they have is they have the necessity mixed up. They have expenses and entertainment their priority, and they have saving as last. They gotta switch that around.
Yes, you're exactly correct. You're exact. Do you use Mint? Wait, do you use card or cash?
When I buy things,
Yeah.
if I don't, usually I would buy a card, but sometimes I use the cash.
Okay, yeah. If you get Mint.com, it literally tracks everything. Like, I think you'd be. I don't know if you'd be surprised, but I think you'd be surprised if you seen like. I don't know. Do you track how much money you make? Do you track it?
Yeah, I track how much I did.
Okay, so you're tracking the revenue, right? And so you're able to see it like every month, every day. Okay, so you know, but sometimes I'm bad about it. Like sometimes I'll just be lazy and skip a day. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. But yeah, man, it like tracks everything, like personal expenses, all your income, does net income. It shows you trends. It literally breaks it down by every store. And like people think, you know, oh, it's just one time, but really it's like it's these one time that occur multiple times, you know, over the span of the month.
You gotta keep track. That's
how the money
budgeting and
goes.
saving up for something that's gonna go into something that's bigger than what your current is. Like you want the long term future. The short term is not gonna matter as much, but budgeting eventually contributes to a bigger goal that will find yourself more useful in life.
Yeah, that's why I always say, like, even if you look at it, like Sam Walton, I just picked up that book too. I don't know where it's at, but I just picked up that book too, right? Like, those are, like, Jeff Bezos, yeah, he's the richest man on the planet right now, but not currently because something happened. But the people who are the richest, like the Waltons, right? Together, they're worth, like, almost $200 billion together. It's like 3 or 4 of them. And, you know, he did that so he could split up the wealth. Even as a billionaire, the richest man on the planet, he still lived like a modest, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't driving around Lamborghinis. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. We all want a Lamborghini.
Yeah, you know, enjoy your money, but...
Yeah, he wasn't out there spending his money. And one quote I like he said, he's like, I don't spend my money foolishly because then I'm spending the customer's money, which could be reinvested into the business to help them.
Exactly. So what is your percentage of how you divide things? So let's say you get your revenue and you get like $1,000 a month. What percentage would you divide it to savings, to investing, and to personal use? How much of the percent would you divide it by?
Okay, so it depends for everybody. Like, personally, me, I don't have any, I don't have anything. Like, I don't pay my phone bill. I don't have a car. I don't pay insurance. So I don't have any expenses that I necessarily have to pay. So I don't save any of my money from candy. I just reinvest all of that back into the business. And I have a job, like I have another job, and I save 100% of every paycheck I get from that job. That's what I do.
Okay.
And like if I do, like sometimes if I do need some money, like I might need $20 for a haircut, as you can tell, or I might if I need it right then and there. Sometimes, but I rarely spend money. Like I don't spend money at all.
So one thing I want to talk about is that being young. Yeah, continue on.
I said I live like I'm homeless, but ideally you want to save like 50%. But yeah, continue.
So one thing I want to tell a lot of people, because since they're young and they don't have that like taught to them, they don't become an impulsive buyer, because you see something very tempting that you think might make things cooler. You might be like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this, but it's a short-term happiness. Being an impulsive buyer is a bad habit, because then when you're older, that habit doesn't go away. You only change it if you change it early. You're like, oh, if you're older, you see a nice car. Would you rather buy this car and have to work another couple more paychecks to pay it off? Or would you not buy the car, and at the end of it, you're going to be able to buy a couple of those cars, you know?
Yeah. That's how we make our money. Impulse decisions. Like literally,
Exactly.
people they like, even if I'm super hungry, let's say I'm out and I'm super hungry, I know from past experience that I'm going to feel 10 times worse if I spend that money. Because like, let's say I spend that $5. When I get home, I'll be like, damn, shouldn't have spent that money, right? And that's literally how we make our money in school. People, boom, 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 boom. Impulse decisions to buy, so they're buying every time. And at the end of the day, you've got 100 impulse decisions in your pocket.
Exactly. So what you do is like when you spread and you socialize and you spread your word around, once people get hungry, the first thing they think of is you. If you sell snacks, I'm coming to you. Like the cafeteria, they don't go there. They come to you because you've been marketing yourself and they've seen you around so much that it's like an instinct when they have a little bit of hunger or cravings.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is like this, with the social proof, like that's why it's the riskiest tactic. That's why it's best to use it in the locker room. But like, even if people don't really want to buy, they'll still buy because they see everyone else buying. Like, it's the craziest thing.
That is something that I want to figure out what happens, because it does happen. Like if you sell stuff, no matter what you sell at school or if you sell other things, you're gonna find the pattern with customers, how they want to fit in. They just want to be part of something.
Yeah, like literally. Okay, so, I had approach anxiety when I first started, and like I literally couldn't walk up. I mean, not that I couldn't walk up. It's just like when I did, I don't know. It's like my body couldn't move, and I started getting anxious and sweating and stuff like that, and like fear. And it's like, where does all this stuff come from? And the thing is, I think most new candy sellers or candy sellers in general, they're losing easily $30 to $50 a day if you're not approaching people when you first start, because when you first start, doesn't nobody know you? Yeah, and that's the easiest way to get your money up and get people to know you, right? And so I didn't let that hold me back. And I think that's another thing that no one talks about is what's the mental framework you have to overcome, that you have to build in order to sell candy. Because I always say anyone can sell candy, but why do most people don't?
Exactly. So let's say somebody doesn't want to sell candy. There's a difference between someone who's like, oh, I'll sell it to you if you come to me, and the lazy seller, or there's someone who's like, all right, if I don't walk around today, I'm not going to make enough to be satisfied. I'm not going to improve myself. I'm going to still make $5 a day. I'm not going to go up to $20 a day, $50 a day, and eventually $100 a day, because I choose to be the lazy person. That I'm selling candy still, but am I really applying what I'm learning and then like using it?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. And it's like, there's some customers who won't buy from me unless they see everyone else buying from me. I always feel like it's so weird, but that's just how it is. And I know who they are because they do it every time.
I know. I feel you.
Yeah.
Do you let people owe you money?
No, I don't do tabs. Mainly because I don't do tabs because, one, sometimes stereotypes are true. 90% of the time, stereotypes are true when it comes to people owing you money. And, that some people, you do tabs. If you can manage that, that's good. But I recommend to new sellers, don't do tabs. Because you're going to, like, what I found is, like, I had a guy DM me. He's like, can you help me out? These people said they would pay me back tomorrow, but I'm losing money and no one's paying me back. And the crazy thing with that situation is when people stop paying you back, or don't pay you back at all, they're taking advantage of you. And on a social intelligence level, that's basically losing respect for you. And now everyone's just going to do that to you.
Yeah. You don't want to be in control. You don't want to have them be in control of your income. Like, for me, my mindset, I think that I will let them owe me because I'd rather have a sale secured than not have the sale that day. But only because I'm able to be selling for a couple of years, I trust that person because they've been buying for so long. But he says that people start out, you don't want to trust people to owe you back because that way they're always complaining about why aren't they doing it, because it's your mistake that you let them owe you, meaning that you let them control you and they disrespect you by taking advantage of what you do.
Yeah, I definitely say if they've been a customer with you for a while, like I have customers, you have customers as well that spend like well over $100 with you, right? And so if they are one of those customers, then that's something you might consider doing that. Like if that, to me, I just don't do that. Like if I see like a customer is like short $1 or something like that, and I know they've been a customer with me for a while, I just say, hey, take this for free. right? Because I know they're going to keep on coming back to me, and it's like a rewards kind of thing. So
exactly. All right, I have a question for you. So you're talking about the e-commerce thing. Have you started up with a shop for your Shopify or however you want to do it?
all right, so I've lost $600 trying it, right? And that was by myself with free YouTube videos and everything. But I remember one day I was doing something. I paid for an influencer shout out, and then I woke up to like $100. Right? It was like
you sold something?
Yeah, I sold like 424
Okay.
products. And this was like last year. I woke up, I looked at my phone, and I was like, I can't believe I fucking just made $100 sleeping. Like literally sleeping. But
how much did you spend for that influencer?
The influencer cost about like $70, so it was $30. And I could have got the prices lower because I went back to him. I was like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to keep paying these prices. I gotta pay $60. And he was like, all right, that's fine. Yeah, and okay. I don't even think the influencer page was really that good. But I think
it got you the money. You made the profit back.
Yeah, I think I could have got a better influencer page, but it's like you lose so much money if you don't know what you're doing that I think you should probably pay a mentor or just spend as much money as you can learning it yourself. So that's why this time I'm saving up, about a rack and some change before I get started again.
A little thing I want to share is that me and my friend, I don't know if he's watching this, but Brandon, me and him been getting into Shopify and e-commerce, and he has his own page. I have my own page, and we've been doing that lately. He's been doing Facebook ads while I tried one influencer so far on Instagram, and I did get views, although no one purchased anything. I think I need to find a better page and target different types of people. So hopefully it gets me somewhere. What are
you doing with the Facebook ads? Are you guys like code testing traffic?
I have to ask him. He's right here in chat. He can text right now. His name is I am Mr. BS.
Okay.
Yeah. So if he wants to share anything about that, because he's more in charge of that. Yeah, he's trying to run Facebook ads. He gets a lot of visits, and he's basically. I don't know. I think
I see him commenting. Are you doing cold traffic? Like, what's just comment. What's your testing strategy? Because I know like some people do interest stacking. I know some people target worldwide. So yeah, just like tell me. I'm looking at it. What's your strategy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go put my phone down so I can charge it and still be in this.
All right. Okay, so you're optimizing for conversions. Okay, so you're doing purchase conversions, I'm assuming. You got 5 ad sets. Okay, how much are you running those a day? What's your daily budget?
I don't know if he's been going crazy, but I definitely know he's like budgeting himself, making sure he's not losing too much money by each ad. Let's see what he says.
Yeah, he says different. 5 each. Okay. How many days they've been running so far?
I think he's been doing this for about a week.
A week? Okay.
Yeah.
And are you guys doing like a drop shipping model, or are you guys doing like what type? Are you guys doing drop shipping or just like e-commerce with your own brand?
He's doing drop shipping. I'm doing like more just e-com.
Okay, e-com.
Yeah.
Okay. I just delete the ads that have bad links. Yeah.
Stan, I can't. I don't have that option.
Who is this guy that wants to join? You know him? Huh? You know this guy that wants to join?
Yeah, he's just my employee. He often talks with me about some things.
Okay. Hey man, keep going. I hope the Facebook ad works out, and if it doesn't, you learn. That's just the way it goes.
Dude, you gotta put money to learn. You know, experience doesn't just come from time; it comes from your money. You put it in to like. Let's say you're getting into a market or something. You need to buy the stuff, test it out. You need to use your own money as experience, because people can be like, I took a class about it, but who really has more experience? Someone who went and tried it, or someone who learned about it online? Someone who actually tried it, right?
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing, like, on my, like, this is my Instagram from, like, selling candy, but on my personal Instagram, I posted, like, I'll probably post it on here, or in the chat that we're creating. So if you guys are watching this live and you want to learn more about financial literacy, you need to go ahead and DM me or either Snack God to get in this group chat, right?
100%.
You want to get direction in your life. You tired? For the men, as this book says, for the men and women who resent poverty, in that group chat. But I did like a whole on my stories. I did like a whole presentation about like the amount of money people spend on college. Like, I don't know if you want to go to college or not, and that's cool. But the amount of money people spend on college, if they put that into real estate, they could be making so much more back with less work. Like, and I don't know if like you've looked at real estate.
Something I wanna. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
All right, so one thing I want to mention is that real estate is definitely good because like there's like he's talking about passive income, and honestly, passive income is one of the most beneficial because it involves you the most work, but the hard part is getting a startup money. So what I've been doing is you can also do investment, not like a full-time thing, but definitely people have been talking about stocks. Well, I'm paying more attention to cryptocurrency like Bitcoin.
Yes, sir. Are you investing in Bitcoin?
Yes, sir. I do that.
When did you get in? When did you get in? What price point did you get in?
About last year when it was 3K.
Are you fucking kidding? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn, that is crazy. You're smart. I got in at like 6K. So
what I've been watching is that like I see crypto as becoming possibly the new currency of the future, just because it's better than gold. It's more limited, and they'll have more use because you've seen that like people are accepting it nowadays as payment, and you know people are trading it. And it's more profitable than stocks because you can see it's a lot more volatile.
Yeah.
I definitely want to bring some spotlight to that.
Return.
Like, people look at it as like a big risk, and they say it's gambling, but really, if you study this stuff and you know it, it's like your profession. It's more like you just going to work instead of gambling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people, I say, look, if you drive a car, that's risky. If you drive a car and you don't know how to drive, that's even riskier. And it's just with investments, right? Most people see investing as risky because they don't know how to invest. Of course, it's going to be risky. You know what I'm saying? But people who know how to invest, it's called managing the risk, decreasing the risk. That's the same thing. Not much different. I wish I would have gotten Bitcoin earlier.
Can you get into it?
I didn't even know what Bitcoin was until like close before it popped off. But yeah, I got in at like 6K.
What time? Like around last year or this year?
I think this year, cause I think I was like my uncle called me and he has like I think like $2,000 cause he got in it before it popped off, but he called me. He was telling me about it, and I was like, I don't know, right? And then I started doing some more research into it. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't invest until after the bubble popped. But
is it crazy to you that like in 2011, if you bought $1 of Bitcoin, you could have millions right now just from that $1?
Yes. Have you seen like I always go into the Bitcoin calculator and type in $100? It's like crazy, like for real. And if you look, do you know what the S&P 500 is?
S&P 500? No.
All right, so the S&P 500 is basically the top 500 companies in America. And if you just look it up on Google, S&P 500, right? Yeah. I wish my computer was working and wasn't dead. All right, so the S&P 500 is at like 3,000, and the S&P has been went public I think like 28 years ago, and we're talking about the top 500 companies in America, the top 500. If you look at Bitcoin, it's only been out for almost like 10 years, I think. Yeah, it's only been out for like 10 years. I mean, under 10 years, probably like 9 or 8. And it's doing better than the top 500 companies in America. I don't know. That alone would make me want to invest. That fact alone would make me want to invest.
in percentage wise higher than any other stock than Apple stock. You guys were like, people tell me like, if I bought Apple stock when it was $20, I would have made $50 per stock. I'm like, if you bought a Bitcoin, you would have been retired by now.
For real.
Yeah.
And thing is also, when your net worth increases, that also, like from a social proof kind of way, it also allows you access to like more people, more networks, better deals as far as like real estate and stuff like that. It's a way to get your foot in the door. But the way I look at it is like people always say like there's nothing wrong with stocks. Like this might differentiate from what you believe, but I always say like I see a lot of people try to get like a lot of people try to put food on the table tomorrow instead of trying to feed the hunger they have today. So if I had like $1,000 and I said, do you want to be paid today or a year from now? Most people would say today. But when it comes to investing, the first thing they say is, I want to be paid 1 year from now. You know, and that's kind of like what stocks is. And I always say, you know, you need to build a business to give you the cash flow so you can put food on the table, or else when things get risky, when things get hard at home and you're not able to pay the bills, you're going to be liquidating all your stocks and then you're going to be mad when they go up.
Exactly. So that's being impulsive. Sometimes it's patient. You want to know when the right time to make the right decision is.
And I'm not saying I'm perfect. It's happened to me a couple of times, but I learned my lesson. But
you want to hear a story?
Happened. What'd you say?
Want to hear a story?
Yeah, tell me.
This is a quick one. So last year I believe I bought it at 4 point something for Bitcoin, and I was like, I need money. So I told myself that like I have some stock, I have an asset here in Bitcoin. I sold it. And right after I sold it, it went up by 30% overnight. And I knew that I shouldn't have.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
That's the hardest thing. Like, I remember, like, it was probably like a couple of months ago when Bitcoin was almost at like 13,000. And like that, all right, guys, the worst time to get in is when it's doing the best, okay? So like Bitcoin is like, it's still at a good price to get in right now, right? But what I'm saying is like, when you see it's like surging up really high and everyone's talking about it, don't get in. Like you should have been like Snack got here and got in last year when it was at 3,000. That was like a really good time to get in. Like Snack God's going to be
no one expected it to be making a comeback.